It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New Orleans Saints.
2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready, break. Smash, red. Back.
Throwing first play is Lance. And his first pass is incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Red. Spike, white. Spike, blue. Yellow, go. Ready.
Throwing now is Lance. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably... And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Ready?
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Williams again. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jamal Williams, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And you look at the Saints defense, and they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On third down, Wilson. In trouble, and he's taken down. Brian Brzee fought in and got him down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Black Olsen.
Now Lance. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Red, yellow.
Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1. Throwing is Wilson. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That connection seemed to work out okay on the first play of the drive. Why not go right back to it?
And once again, this defense is left without an answer as they surrender back-to-back first downs.
They go play action now. Wilson. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Now it's Wilson.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Maurice Hurst. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cluster, six. Yellow, zoom. Ready.
From the gun, it's Lance.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Hey, move. Field, black. Ready?
Lance now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. The Saints at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Third down and 1.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Set, ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Smash, red. Claws, red. Set.
Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, and that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hut, hut.
Here's Lance.
Max Crosby. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36.
56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return.
And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
On the double.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Touchdown. Jacoby Myers. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Bang out, bang out, bam, bam.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs trying to run inside, but nothing there. Demario Davis there on the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go double count right here, double count. Start.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
Ready up. Drill green. Ready.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Lance. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he's taken down inside the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
97. Opposite, green. Smith, red. Hut, hut.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 54 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And quickly, they get to the line. Williams. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Lance going to sneak it, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
You don't often see a sneak on second down. Usually that's reserved for a third or fourth down call. But the element of surprise was not with them, and they returned back on that attempt.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Max Crosby, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here we go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Set.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
52 blaster.
2 yards on the pickup.
Black
It's 2nd
Ultra.
and 8.
Hey,
In
red.
motion right goes Allen.
Blue striker. Red, yellow. Ready.
And Lance going to throw.
Eluding the pressure right.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Pete Werner.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At the
Watch out now. 50 series. Ready?
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams.
Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Set.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready,
second down and a yard.
Ready.
Again, it's Williams. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Williams is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Wilson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They begin the drive with Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Ready.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Go ready. Blaster, stick.
Throwing now is Lance. That's complete to the tight end, Everett.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been terrific so far. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Myers. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
14.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
14.
Now it's Wilson. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Now it's Wilson. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd down. Wilson to throw. He'll buy some time right. It's caught here by Adams. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Throwing now is Wilson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Russell Wilson. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Lance. Complete to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's 1st down.
3-3.
Now we give up the middle to Williams.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Under a minute to play now. Here's 2nd down.
Drill, 52. Fight, 60. Hut.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Charles, a nice play there, wasting no time making his presence felt for this defense.
And you know, we heard the same conversation around the league. A lot of people were surprised that he was available, and they let him go, and now he's going to make a big-time impact with his new squad. Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Ready.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. 1st team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. 1st team to score wins the game.
So it's the Saints who are going to be in position to get the ball first as we are back underway and set for overtime.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Shedding the tackle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
38.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Now Lance.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. And Lance now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt. It helps out your defense with field position.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Now what can Wilson do here in the OT? And that's complete to Adams. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Isaiah Foskey brings him down. Here's the Raiders punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. On the ground, this is Williams. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, breaking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Second down and 4.
Shot, 17. Set, hunt.
They run it again with Williams. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times.